Welcome to Bank Life. Thanks for being part of our growing community. On this channel, I react to paternity cases and some hot topics, finances, and child support as we empower each other with strategies for success. By the way, thank you for your support. You already know. Subscribe and hit like, and can we talk?
All right. And can we talk? Can we talk? Okay, I couldn't get my thing to say. Can we talk? Been working on that, y'all. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Lisa Marie. You already know. So today we're going to be reacting to paternity cases, okay? Got a nice little video for all of y'all that celebrated Christmas. You know, hope y'all had a beautiful Christmas. I did try to get a Christmas video, got kicked out. Hopefully this one won't. So I hope you all had a good Christmas. For y'all that have not gotten maybe a nice gift, don't forget, I believe it's when Christ came in to the world. We commemorate that time. And so it's not really about us. But if you're going to get your dad a gift, make sure you check out my Amazon link. It'll be linked to the comments, and also it'll be in my description. You know, you can go ahead and hit the link. Of course, I'll get something from it as you finish up your Christmas shopping if you haven't finished. All right, well, let's get to the video. Thank you again, and for my for my subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, my viewers, my returning viewers, all of y'all. Thank you so much. As I see the numbers go up, and they say no. Okay, let's get to the video, y'all. All right, let's get to the video. Why my video ain't playing? What's going on here? Let's go.
This is a case of Carrol versus Goggins.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Mr. Carrol, you are here to prove to your ex-girlfriend, Ms. Goggins, that you are the biological father of her 26-year-old daughter, Shirletha Carrol.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say when your daughter...
All right. Gotta stop it, because I gotta do it for YouTube's sake, and so my video could go through. But see, so here we is, 26-year-old daughter. This is what I gotta get my my sound effects for breaking dishes. This is what get me upset, y'all. She is 26-year-old. Come on already. That's why I believe, Lisa Marie, that you should be taking the paternity test early so that you don't have to put the children through all of this. You know, what is going on? Let's go.
Was 5 years old, the defendant told you another man was her father, but you refused to believe it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Goggins, you claim that you had a one-night stand and he is your daughter's real father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Carrol, what will these results mean for you today?
Oh, it mean an awful lot, because it's been many years that don't went.
I understand, sir. Take your time.
And I know I love Lily. I always try to embed it in her that she my daughter. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. This is my daughter, and it's been
beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. He said, listen, ain't nothing y'all could tell me. This is my daughter. I had to make sure they had a little red on y'all because around Christmas. But this is beautiful. You know, he's like, you can't tell me otherwise. And what's up with these one-night stands, you know, that are leading to kids? There's a lot of one-night stands. Is it me, or did y'all also notice that a lot of these one-night stands come into... That's why you got to stop with the one-night stand. You know what I mean? You involving little people. I love how Judge Lauren Lake always call them little, because they're little people. You involving them in your one-night stand. And then we have all this confusion. And now you have someone that's 26 years old and just wanting to settle the fact. Is he my father or is he not my father? Maybe you're going through that same situation now. And I pray that, you know, everything works out for you and your paternity. You know, your paternity quest, or I pray that it all works out, because this, it's a lot. If you're 26, it's a lot of emotion. He's emotional, he's older, and of course she's older. So if you do it earlier, I say do it as soon as possible, so you can get all of this out the way, and then she'll know, and she'll grow up with the fact of knowing, hey, he's my dad or he's not my dad, or should I look, how does the person, you know what I mean? They want to, you want to continue on in your life, and you can't because you got all these questions. Let's go.
And so, all of these years, you never had doubt.
No, and I never, and truthfully, I've never been emotional like this either. So it really means a lot for me to find out now that Lily is my daughter. Because in my heart, I know she's mine. I know she's my daughter. I always told her she's my daughter.
Nah, this is beautiful. Now, you say men don't get emotional. He said he's not usually that emotional, but this means a lot to him to find out, hey, is she my daughter? Well, I know in my heart she is, but I need to know in paper, biologically, is this my daughter? And he's saying he feel it. He just knows that, and he tried to embed it to her that she is his daughter. And I think that's a great thing. You know what I mean? So she didn't have to feel like, oh, well, is he my father? Is he not? But because it's not in stone, you already know.
So, Ms. Goggins, you say you had a one-night stand, and you're so sure that this one-night stand is your daughter's father. Why are you so certain?
With Jesse, we were basically broken up, and then I end up going to her father saying that I needed someone to talk to. So me and him end up having sex, and I knew that it was
the one-night stand,
the hairdresser. And he said that I told him 5 years later, which it wasn't 5 years later, because when I was pregnant with her, I mentioned to him that I'm pregnant by the hairdresser.
What in the world? So she's saying, listen, I let him know, it's not yours. It's the one night stand. But how can you really calculate it? You know what I mean? How can you really, unless you stop sleeping with him?
I'm not having your baby.
So you said it from the beginning.
I said it from the beginning.
Mr. Carrol, when do you remember hearing this for the first time?
She never told me that. I tell you.
Mr. Carrol's like, come on now. She ain't never said it. I ain't never heard it. What's going on?
For a fact, she never told me that.
Yes, I did.
You never told me that.
Yes, I did. I told you that I am pregnant by someone else, and you didn't want to believe it.
Wow. So this is a different dynamics. He's fighting to be the father. You know what I mean? We got some brothers, no shade. Merry Christmas. No shade. But he fighting to be the father. So I don't know if all the brothers are fighting to be the dad, because they're like, I'm what? It's not, because with it comes responsibility, but he wants it. He's like, listen, that's my daughter. Maybe she's his only child, and his mind is like, hey, this child could be mine. This could be my child, and maybe this is the only one. I'm not sure. But it's like, he's like, listen, he ain't having it. He's like, and she's saying, I told you it's not your. Usually you got to force him, and it's opposite. You got to try to prove to him. He's trying to prove to her he is the dad. So we got a little different dynamics here.
Maybe it hurted you because I had sex with someone else, but I've told you that I was not pregnant by you.
She never told me that. Never.
Yes, I did.
Never did she tell me that, because.
So I want to know your recollection.
She never told me.
Give me the first time you remember hearing that Shalithia may not be your child.
First of all, me and Tina at that time was still in a relationship. It was just shaky. Lily was 5 years.
He said, listen, it was complicated, Your Honor. It was shaky, but we were still in a relationship. Again, not him. Usually it's the woman trying to say, yes, we was in a relationship. And he like, nah, we wasn't. You said we broke up. So, I left.
Years old. And she came over my mother's house. And she told me that she had something to tell me. And she told Lily would go off. She's 5, so she's trying to go off or whatever. She's like, no, Lily, I want Lily to hear this. You know, when she told me Lily was not my daughter, Lily was standing right there because I will never forget the face that she had, the expression on her face.
Wait, is this a payback? It is not yours. You know, because she said she was feeling some type of way. You know, it's too many revenge kids. You know what I mean? I'm going to get you back. I'm going to prove to you. I'm going to get you back. But the only problem is, come on, women. Only problem is you go on with the package. You getting back at him, but you, wait. You getting back at him, but you taking the kid with you. Like, is he really, like, how's this working? Like, I know you're trying to get back at him and saying, you know what, I'm going to have a kid and you're going to have to face it and you're taking the child with you. So you're going to raise this child. You know what I mean? You're going to, majority of the time, the child is living with the woman. So here it is, you trying, I thought God said he would repay. You know what I mean? We busy trying, I'm going to get back at you. Are you really getting back at me? You're angry with me, but the whole thing go right back to you. Because now you taking, now the responsibility is on you. Now sometimes you got to fight for child support. Now everything, you know what I mean? It all comes back to you. So, like, what are we doing? All right, let's go.
True.
When she said
That's not true. I've been told that's not true.
What you say?
I'm sorry, what
I
did you
never
say,
did
Shirley?
that in
What
front
did you
of her
say,
with
Shirley?
you saying she's not your daughter.
Well, I do recall we went over there one day and it was a discussion about me not being his daughter and, you know.
In front of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
All right, he got his daughter is his witness. What in the world? Did she realize that she got to check with the daughter to see what the daughter's like, no, I remember I was 5, because that might have been traumatic for the child to hear that he is not your father. You know what I mean? And he's saying, I am. You know what I mean? That's the tussle. I am your father. She's saying, and do you imagine the effects that are happening to this particular young lady? Again, I said it on another video. I believe they say you have a lack of confidence, not growing up with your dad. Your decision making is not as effective. Let me see any other results of not growing up with your dad. So, you know, there are consequences. That's what I think I would like to, and I think I said that on another video. There are consequences of not growing up with your dad for a female. And a lot of times it's not stated, like, you know what I mean? Besides not getting, you know, I guess the kind of like the male perspective, because, you know, they say your dad is the one to teach you how men is supposed to treat you. So what if dad is not there? So how am I supposed to get treated again? You know, how is he supposed to, you know, come and try to court me? And it's courting for today. Oh, that's another question. It's courting for today. I'm going to throw that out there. It's courting for today. That might be a video I might do. All right, let's get back.
Right there. What did I say, Lily?
What do you remember hearing?
I mean, I just recalled that it was just arguments, arguing.
And then
like,
what do you remember me saying to you at the end? When it's all said and done, what did I say?
I mean, he always has stated to me that he's my dad.
That's
so,
right.
you know.
I don't
always
deny that. He always
Woo,
said
that's
that.
beautiful. I don't know about y'all. I love to hear it. I gotta play it again. I am
And
your.
I'm not denying that.
All right. Oh, I thought he was gonna say it again. I am your dad. I love it for when the men is fighting and say, "Hey, I'm dad." And for the men that fought for you and you found out he was your dad, why don't you go and hit that link? That's right. You know, I gotta throw that in there. Go down in my comments. There's a link. Buy your dad something. That's a beautiful thing to know that you're being claimed. That, you know, like, I am your father. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing for the child to want, you know, him to be her father. So it's a good dynamics here.
It wasn't 5 5 years later that you found out that
All right, so she's saying it wasn't 5 years. But the point here, and I'm going to try to stop right here because a lot of times when I do the video longer and I try to condense it in one, it gets kicked out by YouTube, unfortunately. And it's because I'm trying to use most of the videos and so forth, so I have to kind of put it in 2 parts. All right, well, it's a beautiful thing. As you see in this particular case, part 1, he does want to be the father. And to me, that's a great thing for a guy to say, hey, listen, step up and say, listen, I'm the father. You know, I have my own example. There was a child, but she already had moved on. And they were saying the child looked like gated and took her to paternity court and said, because if there's a child out there that's his, he want to make sure that the child is provided for. You know what I mean? And so he can have some type of say. So, you know, it's not every brother that's running from responsibility. And I think this is what I would like to leave on this particular part 1. Ladies, there's some men are going to step up and say, if it's my child, I want to know. Why? Because when you don't grow up with your father, you know what I mean? You want to make sure that you are there for someone else. You know what I mean? Especially if you didn't grow up with the input of a father. Then it's like, hey, I want to be there for my child. I want to be there for my child. And so he took her to paternity court, and yes, he is the father. And so it became, but when he got in front of the judge, true story, the judge, she must have said, hey, I only want this particular amount. And the judge said, you know, you could get more. And so he said, listen, Your Honor. And because, you know, the judge came from a frame of mind that she's bringing him to court. So, Your Honor, actually, I'm bringing her here. I filed for paternity. And so the judge got a little, you know what I mean? So you don't know what every man's going to do. We have some good brothers out there that say, listen, if it's mine, I was there. If I am indeed the father, I'm going to take care of the child. So we don't want to say all men. You know, we could say majority. You may say 70% or whatever the statistics are. You don't want to say that all men are going to do this because it's not true. There are some men that are claiming their kids, want to be fathers, and shout out to you, want to be fathers and so forth. And I hope that everything works out, that you are the father. And to the women who have been holding down the children and taking care and doing your part, also want to give you a little shout out. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. This is part 1. Check out part 2. It's going to be right back to back. All right. Y'all have a good day. And again, I hope your Christmas was good. And to my subscribers, I can't thank you enough as I see the numbers go up. All right. Y'all have a good day now. All righty.